Hello guys, today we are going to see the nucleophilic substitution reaction of haloarenes. In the previous video we started discussing the chemical properties of haloarenes, and I told you that haloarenes will undergo three types of reactions: nucleophilic substitution reactions, electrophilic substitution reactions, and reaction with metals. So when I told you about nucleophilic substitution reactions, I told that haloarenes will undergo these type of reactions with difficulty, and we have seen the reasons why haloarenes will undergo these reactions with difficulty. Today I'll show you what do I mean when I say haloarenes will undergo these reactions with difficulty. Let's start with an example. So this reaction is an example of nucleophilic substitution reaction by a haloarene. I've taken chlorobenzene and I'm treating it with NaOH. Here OH minus is the nucleophile. So what do we expect this OH minus to replace this Cl so that we get phenol? But this reaction takes place only when there is 623 Kelvin temperature and 300 atmosphere pressure, and you need a catalyst also. So this is why I told you haloarenes will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction with difficulty. Next we are going to see if we have any substituents here. So this is chlorobenzene, this is the ortho position, meta position and para position. If we have any substituents in this chlorobenzene, will they have any effect on the nucleophilic substitution reaction? And yes, they will have an effect. If you have electron withdrawing groups in ortho or para position, they will enhance the reactivity of this chlorobenzene towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. When we say electron withdrawing groups, they withdraw the electron density from the benzene ring. So this is the benzene ring. Benzene ring has electron density, and that density will be withdrawn by these groups if they are present here. So examples of electron withdrawing groups are NO2, Cn, CHO and COOH. If these groups are present in chlorobenzene at ortho and para position, then they will help this cleavage, okay, carbon chlorine bond cleavage easier, so that the substitution reaction takes place at a easier rate. Now we will see why this electron withdrawing group enhance the reactivity of haloarenes. Before going into the mechanism, let's see how these substituents at ortho and para position of chlorobenzene enhance the reactivity of chlorobenzene. Now see the first example. The electron withdrawing nitro group is at the para position. Now I'm taking chlorobenzene with nitro group at the para position. We call this as para nitro chlorobenzene. Now when I'm treating it with NaOH and H plus, what temperature is enough? 443 Kelvin is enough. But when we tried nucleophilic substitution reaction of chlorobenzene, we needed 623 Kelvin. But when a electron withdrawing substituent is present at the para position, just 443 Kelvin is enough. This chlorine is substituted by OH. Now see, now I'm having in this compound both ortho and para position has electron withdrawing nitro group, and now the temperature needed is just 368 Kelvin, so that this chlorine is replaced by OH. And look at this example. I have all the three positions. This is ortho, para, and this is also ortho, and all the three positions are having electron withdrawing nitro group. Here I don't need any temperature or catalyst, just warm it with H2O. This chlorine is replaced by OH. So from these examples, it is very clear that electron withdrawing substituents at ortho and para position will enhance the reactivity of chlorobenzene towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now we will try to understand by looking at the mechanism of these reactions. So we are taking para nitrochlorobenzene, which means a nitro group is present at the para position of chlorobenzene. This is not as difficult as it looks. It's very simple to understand. Now look at this. We are treating this compound with a nucleophile. So first step is a slow step. So what happens? This OH minus attacks this carbon. So this electrons, pair of electrons come here on the carbon. So in this compound which we call as a carbon ion, because this structure has a negative charge on the carbon. We have seen if there is a positive charge on the carbon, we call that as carbocation, and this with a negative charge is called as a carbon ion. So a carbon ion is formed, and this carbon ion is stabilized by resonance. Now see, from this arrows you have to put bonds and negative signs in this structure. Now OH is attached here, we have a negative on this carbon, and no more this bond. Okay, now in this picture I told you this is undergoing resonance so that the carbon ion is stabilized. What will happen? This negative will come here as a bond, and this bond will go here to this carbon to which the nitro group is attached as negative charge. So in the next picture you see this negative comes here as bond, and this bond comes to this carbon as a negative. See, everything else remains the same. No need to change anything else. Just look at the arrows and draw the next resonance structure. And now here this negative on the carbon moves here as a bond, and this bond goes to this carbon as a negative charge. So here you are putting a negative, and this negative comes here as bond. So in this picture, this negative comes here, and this electron goes with chlorine. So chlorine will go out with the electrons. All these three structures are equivalent to this structure. This is the resonance form. So this dotted lines represent the delocalization of electrons. See, everywhere I have put arrows, and that arrows represent the electrons are getting delocalized, and that is represented by this dotted line. So I have a Cl, a OH, and this is nitro group. We usually write nitro NO, one bond with double bond, the other one with actually an arrow, which means the nitrogen is giving electrons but not oxygen. We call this as a coordinate bond. So now this is the intermediate here. So now from the intermediate you are getting the product, and this is the fast step. In the product what happens? The Cl goes out as Cl minus, and you are getting what? Para-nitrophenol. We started with para-nitrochlorobenzene, and you're getting the product para-nitrophenol. So I told you, when there is an electron withdrawing group at the para position, it increases the reactivity of chlorobenzene. Now look at this structure. Here, this is the carbon to which the nitro group is attached. It carries a negative charge. So remember this. I will tell you why I told you to note this down. Now we'll move to the ortho position, where the electron withdrawing group will be present in the ortho position of chlorobenzene. Now this is ortho-nitrochlorobenzene, and now OH minus is attacking this carbon, and this bond is going to this carbon as negative charge. So your carbon ion will have a negative charge here, and OH is attached to this carbon. Okay, so no bond here because that bond has come here to this carbon as negative. So there are two bonds. Now in this carbon ion, it is going to undergo resonance to get stabilized. So these are the resonance structures. So this negative comes here as bond, and this bond comes here as a negative charge on the carbon. So here you put a negative charge, you put the bond here. In this picture, this electron goes here as bond, and this bond comes here to this carbon. So based on this arrows, you put the negative charges here. So you get a bond here, and this bond comes here as negative charge. So here this negative charge comes here as bond, and this chlorine is going out as what? Cl minus. So all these three resonance structures, canonical forms, are equivalent to this structure, resonance structure. So here you have a OH, here Cl, and this is the resonance represented with the dotted line. And this is nitro group at the ortho position. Now this is the next step, which is the fast step, in which the Cl will go out as Cl minus. Let me write it there. So Cl will go out as Cl minus, and you are getting ortho-nitrophenol. You started with ortho-nitrochlorobenzene, you are getting ortho-nitrophenol. So look at this structure. In this structure, you can see a negative charge on the carbon to which nitro group is attached. I told you in para position also to note down the structure where the carbon to which the nitro group is attached carries a negative charge. So now I will tell you why I told you to note this negative charge on the carbon to which NO2 group is attached. When the NO2 group is at the ortho or para position, that NO2 can effectively withdraw electron from the benzene ring because the electron can enter into the NO2 group by resonance only when it is present at the ortho or para position, because in the para position also, in one of the structures we saw a negative charge on the carbon to which NO2 is attached. Here in ortho also we can see the negative charge on the carbon to which NO2 group is attached. So it shows this NO2 groups at ortho and para position can effectively withdraw the electron density from the benzene ring, because we are talking about nucleophilic attack. So when this electron density on the benzene decreases, nucleophile can come and attack this easily. Now I'll show you meta position, because electron withdrawing group, if it is present at meta position, it's not going to affect the reactivity of nucleophilic substitution reaction, and let's see why. So now the nitro group is at the meta position. This is meta chloro, once again. So this is meta nitro chloro benzene. So now see the same way of attack. OH minus is the nucleophile. It is attacking the carbon to which the chlorine is attached. Now this bond will move to this carbon. So this is the first step, slow step. So what will happen? This OH will get attached here and this bond will come here as negative. And in this carbon ion, here you see this is moving here. This negative is moving to this bond, and this bond is moving to this carbon as negative charge. Now look at this picture. You are having a negative here and this bond you are getting. See this arrow, this bond is coming here. Now in this resonance form, this negative will go here as bond and this will move here as negative charge. And again this negative will come here as bond, and this bond has come here as negative. Now this negative will move here and this bond means what? An electron pair will go out with chlorine. So now this three are equivalent to this structure. Now see, you have a Cl, a OH and this NO2 at the meta position. Now the fast step where Cl will go out as Cl minus. Let me write that. And this is metanitrophenol. So you started with metanitrochlorobenzene and this Cl is replaced by OH and you're getting metanitrophenol. Now look at these three structures. In any of the structure, the carbon to which NO2 group is attached is not having a negative charge. See, no negative here, no negative in this structure, no negative here also. So which means only when the nitro group is present at ortho or para, they can withdraw the electron density from the benzene ring effectively, but not at meta position. So the meta is not having any effect on the reactivity of the chlorobenzene towards nucleophilic substitution reactions. So based on these, they might ask you a question: which of the following compounds will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction at a faster rate? Whether it is chlorobenzene or metanitrochlorobenzene or orthonitrochlorobenzene, which will undergo nucleophilic reaction faster? Orthonitrochlorobenzene. And then you have to tell it's para. If ortho and para are substituted at the same time, then they will be more reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reactions. So with increase in number of such electron withdrawing groups at ortho and para position, more will be the reactivity towards the nucleophilic substitution reactions. So now we are going to see electrophilic substitution reactions in haloarenes. In electrophilic substitution reaction, what will be the attacking agent? An electrophile which carries a positive charge. So I've written few examples of electrophiles: NO2 plus, CH3 plus or COCH3 plus. So all these are examples of electrophiles, and we know benzene ring, it is electron rich, so obviously it will be very easy for the electrophile to attack a benzene ring. So compared to nucleophilic substitution reaction, electrophilic substitution reaction will happen at easier rate in the case of haloarenes. So now look at this haloarenes. I've taken the example of halobenzene. We can take this X, it can be a chlorobenzene or bromobenzene. Now this electron pair on this halogen will conjugate with the pi electrons in the ring under the influence of an electrophile. So when the electrophile is attacking, what will happen? These electron pairs will involve in resonance. So now see, this will go here and this electron will come here as bond. So you watch all these structures. Now this is the first one. So you're getting a double bond here and this bond comes here as a negative charge. So here, since the electrons are moved here, this X gets a positive charge. Now there is a double bond here. Now this electron will come here as bond and this bond will go here as negative charge. So there is a negative charge here and there is a bond here in this structure, and now this negative will move here and this bond will come here as electron pair, and based on these arrows you draw the bonds here. So you're getting a bond here and a negative here. Now this negative will go here as bond and this double bond will go again as electron pair to the halogen. So this final structure will be, you're getting this negative comes here as bond, so you're getting a bond here and this gets back the electron pair. Now look at this and this structure, both are similar, but what is different? The double bonds written are different. So they have undergone delocalization, which means they are undergoing resonance. Now when you look at these structures, just note down where are the negative charges. So the negative charge is here. What position is this? Ortho position. So in ortho position there is a negative charge, and again here in para position there is a negative charge, and again this is ortho. Again in ortho position there is a negative charge. So what is the attacking agent here? Electrophile. When the electrophile comes here, you have negative charge in the ortho and para position but not in the meta position. So E plus, which is the electrophile, which will prefer negative or without any sign. It will obviously prefer the negative position. So this electrophile will come and substitute itself in the ortho or para position but not in the meta position. So we call this as ortho para directing. So this chlorine or any halogen is directing the incoming electrophile to go to the ortho and para position. Why it is going to the ortho and para position? Because of this resonance, the ortho and para position become electron dense compared to the meta position, which is very obvious from this picture with the negative charge on the ortho and para positions. So this halogen is a ortho para directing group. This is called as plus M effect. You would have studied about this in grade 11, inductive effect and mesomeric effect, plus I minus I effect, plus M and minus M effect. So before recalling this inductive and resonance effect, let's see few examples of electrophilic substitution reactions. Remember, when there is a halogen here on the benzene ring, they will direct the incoming electrophile to the ortho and para position. Now let's see few examples. The first electrophilic substitution reaction is called halogenation. Here the electrophile is Cl+. So we represent the electrophile as Cl+. This reaction takes place in the presence of anhydrous ferric chloride. So chlorobenzene reacts with chlorine in the presence of anhydrous ferric chloride. So I told you this chlorine directs the incoming electrophile, which is Cl+, to the ortho and para position. So see, you're getting a mixture of ortho and para and ortho. Here chlorine is substituted at the para position. Here the chlorine is substituted at the ortho position. From where you're getting this chlorine? From this as electrophile. So this is 1,4-dichlorobenzene. This is 1,2-dichlorobenzene. So para is the major product and ortho substituted product is the minor product. Look at the next example, nitration. For nitration, you are taking a mixture of nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid, and here the electrophile is NO2+. So I told you this Cl will direct the NO2+ to the ortho and para position. Now look here, the Cl is as such, you're getting nitro at the para position and here nitro at the ortho position. So this is 1-chloro-4-nitrobenzene. This is 2-chloro, 1-chloro, 2-nitro. This is second position, benzene. So this is the major product. Para is the major product and ortho substituted product is the minor product. So in both the cases, the chlorine is directing the incoming electrophile to the ortho and para positions. Now let's see few more examples. This reaction is called sulfonation. So for this you are treating this chlorobenzene with concentrated sulfuric acid and you are heating it, and you are getting a para and ortho substituted product. So this is called as 4-chlorosulfonic acid, 2-chlorosulfonic acid. So leave this, you are treating this as the substituent. Without chlorine, this is called as sulfonic acid. So in second position, this is taken as first position. 2-chlorosulfonic acid and 4-chlorosulfonic acid. Again, para is the major product and ortho substituted product is the minor product. And the last reaction is called as Friedel-Crafts reaction. There are two types of Friedel-Crafts reaction, alkylation and acylation. Whenever you are treating arene with alkyl halide in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, we call that as alkylation, because you are going to introduce an alkyl group in the benzene ring. So we call this as alkylation. Now see, this is chlorobenzene, treating it with CH3Cl methyl chloride in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. Here the electrophile is CH3 plus. So see, you are getting CH3 at the para position and CH3 at the ortho position. So 1-chloro-4-methyl benzene is the major product and 1-chloro-2-methyl benzene is the minor product. So we are introducing an alkyl group. Here it is methyl group. So we call this as alkylation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation. The next one is acylation. If you are introducing a CH3CO group in the benzene ring, then we call that as acylation. Again, this reaction takes place in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. So chlorobenzene in the presence of CH3COCl, which is called as acetyl chloride. So you are going to introduce COCH3 in the benzene ring. This can be written as a bond here, COCH3. This is CO, C double bond O, this part is getting attached here. So COCH3, and here in ortho position COCH3. So this is a major product where the COCH3 group is attached to the para position, and this is the minor product where the COCH3 group is attached to the ortho position. Without this Cl, this part which is C6H5, COCH3 is called as acetophenone. Again here without this one, this chlorine, this is called as acetophenone. So in acetophenone, here at the fourth position, 1, 2, 3, 4, you have chloro. So 4-chloroacetophenone. This is 2-chloroacetophenone. So remember, if you are introducing an alkyl group in the benzene ring in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, we call that as Friedel-Crafts alkylation. If you are introducing an acyl group, what is an acyl group? COCH3. Then that is called as acylation, Friedel-Crafts acylation. So these are all examples of electrophilic substitution reaction in which you can clearly see chlorine is ortho-para directing, which means it is directing the incoming electrophile to the ortho and para positions. So look at this one. This is the overall reaction, a flowchart kind of thing which we have seen just now. Electrophilic substitution reactions. Chlorobenzene, it underwent halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation and Friedel-Crafts acylation. So for halogenation, you treated with chlorine in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride. You are getting a para and a ortho substituted product. So in ortho para you are getting a Cl and ortho you are getting a Cl. And now HNO3 con H2SO4. What is an electrophile here? NO2 plus. Here Cl plus. Here NO2 plus. You are getting NO2 at para and ortho position, and in the case of sulfonation, SO3H at the para and at ortho position. In Friedel-Crafts alkylation, CH3, and in Friedel-Crafts acylation, COCH3. And in all the cases, which is the major product? Para substituted product is the major product. So remember the reagents used and what is the electrophile generated from these reagents so that you can predict the products easily.